Hold on. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new episode of the Raw preview and review show. Things are a little different right now. We had Double J is on assignment. He's out for a while, doing his thing, getting some more information and stuff. So this week it's myself, Bubba Duke, and our good friend, the Bulkster. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, brother.
How's your week been? Your weekend, actually. How's it been?
Yeah, it's been a great week. Hanging out with people, playing a lot of poker, and playing some WWE 2K24.
How has the WWE 2K24 been?
I'm loving it. Like I said, I have spent so many hours on it that I've completed the showcase. Now I'm doing this on normal mode, so I'm not doing
Okay.
easy. I'm doing normal, whatever it starts
Okay.
with, and it was challenging. And then I have completed. I made Bulkster, and ran through the men's story of My Rise, and have completed that. At least one playthrough. There is some
Nice.
choices you make halfway in between that can change the trajectory of the story. I think it probably all ends the same way.
Nice.
So I don't know if I'll replay it. I
Okay.
am going to be making a woman's character to play the woman's My Rise
Ooh.
story, which is completely different than the men's.
Okay, which is good.
Which after that, then it's just all, making up a universe of my own, and
Ow. That's good though. I'm still debating about getting the game. I just, the money situation right
Yeah.
now. I'm really
You gotta
debating.
wait
Is
till
it
it-
worth my time?
wait till you can do it. I mean, I understand. Wait
get
till
it.
it goes on sale.
All right, real quick here we got Chris Bass coming in saying, "Howdy, gentlemen. It's been a while." Yeah, he literally just got off here.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes, Chris. Hopefully,
What's he saying? The game is so much fun. Yeah, I've been hearing a
I
lot
know
about that.
he's been playing it quite a bit too.
Again, it's a money thing right now. I'm just
No, I get it. Sometimes you just
so yeah, it's gonna take a minute. I'm still in my head, like, do I really want to get this game? Like, is it worth my money to get the game? Because
if they made
I don't get
a
them.
free demo that you could try,
That's what
that
I
would
think
be
I'm gonna
cool.
end up doing first. Okay, so we got lots to talk about because
Yeah.
it's just you and I, my friend.
Yeah.
We are going to whoa, that was crazy. Go from the top of this review part, and then we're gonna jump into the preview.
Preview of this week's Raw. Yes.
Yes, because we got some thoughts on what's gonna happen this Monday. So stick around for that. First and foremost, I'm gonna skip through the card. I'm not gonna do it in order.
Okay.
Because there's certain things I want to talk about with you.
Yep, that's fine.
So we had Starks, Baszler defeat KC squared. That was for the titles, correct?
No, that wasn't. That was just
I thought it was.
they were fighting to see who was going to probably see if who's going to fight
correct.
damage Kabuki Warriors.
The Kabuki
Because
Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors are the champions.
I forgot about that. So, regardless, KC squared lost, and I'm kind of bummed out because I'm really starting to enjoy and really starting to like the talent they have. So it was kind of a bummer because I don't like Starks or Baszler. I've never been a fan of Baszler. I always go, "Where's her eyebrows, bro?" Like, but she has them. They're under here though.
Yeah, they are.
Because she's been punched in the face too many times. Her eyebrows are like, "Fuck this, we're out."
I liked Brazier, Shayna when she first was around.
Yes.
I mean, when they showcased her as like in NXT, she was a dominant force.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball I think they're trying to pick it back up again, trying to make them seem like both of them are
Yes.
MMA style wrestlers. And
Thanks for showing up, Double J.
thank you.
Appreciate
Hey,
that, my friend.
Josh. Good to see you. And we,
Yeah.
like I said, I think that possibly I think they're leading toward Shayna, and Zoe facing the Kabukis. I think that might be a really interesting match.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll get later in. Like I said, we initially thought this match was, they're building up Zoe and Shayna, as this
It's been
going
that
through the
slow
tag
build. Yeah.
teams, and just taking them out one by one. Carter and them, when they came up, when they were NXT, they were really good. I think they just need more time. I mean, I love the moves that they do.
Yeah. I,
They have some really good combos. It's
yes.
just I feel there needs to be they're missing something. I just don't know what it
It
is.
just they're right there on the edge of greatness because they're different. Like, I've never seen a women's tag team use the other woman as a weapon,
True. That's what I was.
which catches me because it's different. That's kind of why I like them. One girl's a little bigger, which, hey, for me, that's awesome. I like that she's got some meat on her. The other one's tiny, but can move, can wrestle, and isn't just there to look pretty.
Now I'm not sure which one. Carter is the colored woman, right? And
I honestly can't tell you. I just
I don't
Casey
know which
swear.
one, but the colored one had one
She's a
of
bit
the
bigger.
woman on her had Blazer Zoe on her shoulders,
Yeah.
and the white one was on the top turnbuckle, and she actually leapfrogged on top of the girl's back and jumped over and like did a Hurricane Rana or something on
Yeah, it
Blazer
was
or
they're
Zoe.
nuts.
It was so
Yeah.
crazy.
And that's what interests me about them is that they're willing to take these little risks or big risks, really, to not only impress but to make the match a match. The
So
next up we have Natalia defeats or Natalia. Why did I say Natalia? Nia
I don't know.
Jax. I have Natalia on the brain. Miss Jax defeats Becky Lynch, but it was DQ by Liv Morgan,
Yes.
which sets up the match coming up this Monday.
Hmm.
Um, again, if that's all that match was, they did a good job.
Well, like I said, the previous week, Liv
Yeah,
interrupted. Or no, Liv was fighting and got interrupted. Liv was fighting Nia, and Becky interfered.
yeah. See, so it just kind of went. It's a back and forth thing to set up for this week, which
So
I'm not upset about.
yeah, I want to see Liv face Becky.
And then I do. Yeah, I can't wait. The next match we had was, um, I can't even say this guy's name, Andrade. I'm just gonna call him Andrade
Andrade.
because
Okay.
El Idio,
Yep.
whatever. It was his debut match,
It was debut
and he
match.
defeated Apollo Cruz.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Like I said, he has a great entrance. Andrade does.
Yeah, yeah.
As with Apollo's been in NXT working on his character. I don't know
Which is
how
good
well
for
that's
him.
going. He hasn't been showcased on NXT very often now.
No,
So I'm not sure if they're just using him for dark matches now or building up talent that's coming back. I don't know what they're doing.
my opinion, Apollo Cruz needs to join the Street Profits
I think so
and
too.
that stable because they're all big dudes, and he's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't complain
So
about that. But
he got a
Andrade
win.
wins.
Yeah.
Andrade's always kind of been on my radar, even when he was in AAA and before that, because he's lucha. The dude's lucha through and through, and I love lucha wrestling. That was kind of my thing when I was wrestling. I donned the mask, and it never came off. Like if we had to go somewhere that was wrestling related, the mask would stay on, and I would never go in the back. It would stay on.
Hmm.
The only time it ever came off was when I was leaving. I would get in my car, drive away, ouch, sorry, and pull the mask off as I was in my car away from the event. The next match we had was Judgment Day defeating Imperium. How did that make you feel?
That was interesting. What I've read, and like I said, I try to watch the highlights.
Yeah,
But I guess at one point in the match, people were actually cheering for Judgment Day,
right.
like Finn and.
Yeah,
But it
it
was an excellent match. But
it
Judgment Day
was it
pulled it
was
off.
very technical. Very they hit their spots they needed to hit and hit them perfect. Um, but yeah, it was very. The crowd was very torn
Yeah.
because they like Imperium because of Gunther and Imperium themselves. The tag team, they're really good. They're very people underestimate their ability, I think, because they're arrogant, right? Because of their personas.
Hmm.
But at the same time, Judgment Day isn't like lackadaisy. Oh, we're the title holders, and we don't have to work so hard. No, they put on a good match too,
Yeah, they
which
did.
I was thrilled about. The next one we have Sami Zayn, defeats Ivar after Bronson Reed attacked Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's after the match. So
Yeah,
Sammy
that was after the
won,
match. Yeah,
and then at the end, Bronson Reed, which I think
he
he's a
come
part
out.
of this. This is after. This is after they announced this IC gauntlet match that they're
Yes,
both all three a part of, I think.
they're all in it. Yeah,
So I think it
very
was,
much.
hey, Bronson wants to be IC
Like he
champion,
said, it's his title.
and he
It's
wants
his time,
to
his title.
weaken
He
the
wants it. Yeah.
the people.
Um, and then we had. I know I'm forgetting a match, and I'm doing it on purpose, people. We have Drew McIntyre defeating Jey Uso. It says Solo interfered and Cody made save.
Yeah,
Jimmy something. I can't read that.
Jimmy
Distraction.
had
Oh,
it.
the Jimmy distraction.
Yeah, Jimmy. Basically, Solo came out.
Yeah.
I think maybe after the fact.
Yes.
What happened is
Yes.
Jimmy came down. His music hit. That distracted Jay, and
Yes.
then he got the Claymore put on him, which he lost. And I think they,
Yeah.
they had run-ins and started fighting. And Drew kind of waited till I think it said something about Seth coming out and him and Drew actually claymoring Seth or saying that.
Yeah. He claymored him hard, like inside out hard.
So
It was
yeah, they're
brutal.
building. WrestleMania
They're
is
building it.
shaping up to be a
They're
lot
building
of
it good.
heavy feuds. Like
Yeah.
we
I
want
know.
to tear each other's head off.
Yeah. That Claymore was the hardest Claymore I've seen him deliver on anybody. Again, Seth frickin' Rollins being Seth frickin' Rollins, being the man that he is, took that shot and made it look 10 times worse than what it was. Really. But that's okay because
Hmm.
honestly, between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, I have a hard time picking a winner.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, and like I said, I think
Mm.
overall, I think it's going to be a great match.
It's going to be, and I'm going to take a quote from a very respected analyst and commentator. It's going to be a slobber knocker, bro. It
Yes.
is. It's because I want Drew to win to get that run with a title in front of a crowd. I want that. But at the same time, it's Seth freaking Rollins, bro.
Yeah. And I love how they're building Drew. Drew, his interviews, his
Oh, God,
the
yeah.
reason why he wants a title away from Seth. The reasons why, I mean, Seth is focused on whatever's hot. I mean, he's talking about, Seth just attaches to himself to whatever is hot, and that's what keeps him like, oh, CM Punk came back. He's all about that. Oh, The Rock's back. Oh, I gotta be a part of this. So he's like mad because he's taking focus away from the world title and focusing on tickle fight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, kid,
Yeah,
but
it's
that
fine.
was funny. I had
But
to put that out
like
there.
I said, I think the way he describes Seth about how he's at attention,
It's true though, because if you watch that match when Seth Rollins came out to make the save for Cody and
mhm,
whatnot, Drew McIntyre was standing almost all the way up the ramp. He
mhm,
was just at the last where the crowd starts right there, and Cody ran past him and didn't even look, didn't even acknowledge the fact that dude was right there. Like he didn't look at him to go, whoa, hold on here a minute, and sneak by him. No, he just cleared straight, ran past him like he didn't exist, and that pissed Drew McIntyre off. So he turned around, went back into the ring, and delivered that ultimate Claymore. That I'm surprised Rollins' head didn't end up back in Gorilla because he hit him so hard. Hey, Drew McIntyre's got a point. Bro, I'm here. Why are you not paying attention to me? I'm a threat to your title, and you're not even paying attention to me.
mhm.
So this makes the match that much more personal for the
Yep.
Scottish Warrior. Like, hey, I'm right here. Pay attention. If you don't, you'll regret it because I will take that title. Which is he's been saying it for a couple weeks
Yep.
now. That title belongs with me, and I'll make it better than you ever did. Just saying. The last match, and there's a reason I left this to the last, because I want to get some good discussion with everybody about what we think. I know this match was a loss for Dominic Mysterio, okay, against Gunther. Hands down, we already knew he was going to lose. We knew it because there's no way you're going to let your guy lose the title before WrestleMania. But what a hell of a match.
He took a whooping.
Dominic Mysterio, but he didn't just take it. Did you see Gunther's chest?
He ripped
but Gunther's
Dom's
chest
thing.
was red
Yeah,
too. So it wasn't just Dominic Mysterio getting squashed. No, he put on a hell of a match.
that sunset
Go ahead.
power bomb. That was amazing to put on Gunther.
Gee, I like just thinking about it again, dude. I'm getting goosebumps in the hair standing up. Okay,
And he got him with the 619. He just got kicked. He just kicked out though.
But it doesn't matter. We know Gunther wasn't going to lose the match. We already knew that.
Yeah.
But I literally thought he was coming in, and it was just going to be a
Squash match.
slap. Oh, you felt okay? I'll pin you. But no,
He put up a fight.
Mysterio put up a fight.
Like I said, Dominic is gonna be. He's already a star. He's already like. He is a hard worker, because think about it. He goes to Raw. He goes to SmackDown. I mean, at the time he was doing all three. He was doing NXT with the North American Championship and showing up at Raw.
Yeah,
he was doing he was putting in the work. And like I said, he's a hard worker.
He definitely was busting his ass for the company. Definitely. But you know who he gets that from, right? He gets that from Uncle Eddie and Dad, Rey Mysterio. Like, you want to make it. Listen, you're not just making it off your name, because nobody gives a shit that you have the Mysterio name. Nobody cares. I never did.
Yeah.
I was probably the hardest on him. Was like, this kid wants to wrestle. He better put the work in, and he put it in.
And like I said, he has to kind of reinvent himself, because he takes a little bit of his dad and Eddie. You know, he's a lot taller than both of them, so he can't do everything that they do.
No.
Did, but he's coming into his own. He's doing his own thing.
He's definitely doing. I'll put it this way. I'll put it to simple words from a simple guy. Okay, he earned my respect in that match.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say end of discussion, but dude, the kid yeah, he showed that he can put in the work and that he can hold his own against those big guys. Um, and not only hold it, but like make it look like he's actually going to win the match.
Yeah, and he's able to get the crowd's attention.
Yeah, yeah, that little bit of a I don't know if everybody caught that, but when he was getting up on Gunther, he was very Eddie esque. He was doing the the
Mm-hmm.
he had that little bit of a swagger to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then of course slapped him around a little bit more, ripped his
Ripped his vest or whatever he wears, his outfit,
that was
and
hilarious.
made sure he slapped him good.
Did you catch the interview that happened or the camera when he went in and laid on the bed for the doctor
Um,
and mommy
Rhea,
came in
yeah,
and he's like, I was just trying to impress you or something like
yeah,
that. And she looks and just goes, "Oh, just lay here and be quiet. It's okay." It's like
yeah. It's funny.
it's like just a
It's a great
perfect.
chemistry. It's great,
Oh, they do. They
and I want to
and
say congratulations to him too
yes,
because he did get
yes.
married.
I was just gonna, dude. Both our light bulbs went off at the same time. I was just gonna say, and congrats to the young fella. Just got married to his girlfriend of 15 years.
Okay, I
They're
didn't know
officially
exactly how
married
long.
now.
I
Yeah,
just
they were
seen things
together
on the
for
internet
15
that
years.
he's got married and
Yeah, I
good.
had as much as I hate the kid, I followed him on Instagram. Because he, even as a heel, he's a good heel.
Mm-hmm.
Because who do you know that would literally get the mic in their hand and not get a word out for like 2-3 minutes because the crowd is going bananas that you have a mic in your hand and not happy bananas, but like don't just put the mic down. Nobody wants to hear what you got to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy about that. That he's married and all that stuff. Breaking. Oh, we just got a breaking news from Turnbuckle Studios. This is from Carl himself. Real quick, while we're in the middle of our thing. Breaking news: CJ Perry and Miro call it quits after 7 years of marriage.
Oh wow.
Breaking news, bro. I'm not going to open the article because it's going to be way
Yeah.
too much, but you heard it here.
Wow.
Thank you, Turnbuckle Studios and Carl, for that information. Definitely
Well, like I
give
said
them credit.
I've always been a big fan of Rusev or Miro.
Miro,
I am
Rusev.
hoping that once his contract is up at AEW, that he does make his return to WWE. I don't think. I think he was promised the roses over there,
Yeah, he got
and
nothing.
they have just like
Yeah.
everybody else that they've brought over and promised them the world,
Oh,
dropping the
100%.
ball.
And they dropped the ball huge. All right. That wraps up the review of last week's show.
That was last week.
Let's get into this week's show. We have a couple matches here. The first one I want to cover because they deserve to be first. Liv Morgan versus the man.
Becky Lynch.
Becky freaking Lynch. Okay, first, who do you think's gonna win?
I honestly think it'll be DQ again. I actually think we're gonna see something with Nia.
Okay, and that's kind of where I was gonna go to, but
I'm thinking I think we're leading either to a triple threat,
okay.
or let's see, because right now Becky's facing Rhea for the title at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, okay.
I don't know. I mean, and she's earned it. She won the Elimination Chamber. I
She
don't
did.
know how. I mean, it seems like they're either pushing toward a Liv versus Nia at Mania,
Oof.
but they got a little bit of Becky involved. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Or
I don't know if
yeah,
they're going
no,
to tarnish her win at Elimination Chamber if they make the women's title match a fatal 4-way.
that would tarnish it in my eyes. Yeah,
So I don't really want that. I want it to be 101, but
yeah,
what they're doing right now, it's interesting, but I don't know
yes,
what the end game is for it. I think it's just going to be like a feud.
yes. I'm I'm not upset about this, but I'm confused
Yes.
to a point, if that makes any sense to you.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna close that because that's lagging my shit.
We all love to know kind of like what's going on, and we don't know what's going on.
I would love to see night one, Nia, Liv Morgan, okay, and that match is to determine who faces the champion at Backlash.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
But
night two,
would
you
they?
have your women's match. Whoever wins that, blah blah blah, and then you could have whoever loses that match, which is probably going to be Becky Lynch again, sneak into that match at Backlash, and they end up turning the next one into maybe a fatal four way for all four of them, whatever.
Yeah.
However it works, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
It's just it's just
screw Becky out of that, because then what was the point of having the women's elimination chamber if you're just going to throw
yeah.
all four of them in a match?
But like I said, we have
You
seen
know what
this
I mean?
happen before, and it
Yes.
always ends up being a 5-star or 4-star match.
Right. I mean,
Because
we can bitch about it, but when it
yeah,
comes down to it,
we complain about it, or we just
yeah.
let the ride happen. So possibilities here are they're
Yeah.
just gonna have a feud.
So that's
We'll
just
more than
in
likely
regards
be
to
discussing it.
the breaking news. If you want to hear more about that breaking news, please tomorrow check out Turnbuckle Talk at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. Please. They will give you the lowdown and how things went about. I just gave you the breaking news to get you interested, I guess. So please check out Turnbuckle Studios, Turnbuckle's Talk on Tuesday night. Sorry, quick little promo for our major producer,
So,
Turnbuckle Studios.
cool.
So the next
Cool.
match on Raw, we've already talked about these two women. Starks, Baszler are facing the women's world champions, the Kabuki Warriors. Now, this is for the title, is it not? Or is it just a match?
That's what it says. It says it's for the
Yeah,
title. It says it's for
it
the
says it.
title.
Yeah. Okay. How do you think this is going to play out?
So apparently they're getting their title match now.
Okay.
So either it's going to be a loss to, like I said, and just let you know, Bubba, your camera is kind of glitchy.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if mine is,
Yeah.
but for you, it looks like you're bought.
Yeah, it's
But
breaking out
I
right
can hear
now.
you perfectly fine. Just let you know, your voice ain't cutting out. It's just the video.
Yeah, probably because I have it up too
So,
high.
what I'm thinking is that Blazer, Shayna, and Starks, I think they are on the way to become tag champs.
Okay.
Not sure if it's going to happen tonight. I don't
Okay.
sure what their plan is for WrestleMania for the tag titles. They haven't done much with those tag titles, as in giving them good competition, I guess.
Okay.
But this might be a hard hitting. I mean, it's going to be a slow submission submission
Yeah.
type match because of them. Um, are they going to pull off the win here and become the new women's champions? So close to Mania, and
I don't know.
I would only see if they did that Mania. You would have a rematch with the same people, Kabuki Warriors. I don't see
Yeah.
anybody else stepping up to
That yet.
in such a short amount of time to challenge for those titles,
What if?
unless it's some kind of surprise.
What if? I'm gonna throw this scenario at you, and what if there's not a clear, defined winner tonight? Because let's say KC Squared or a couple of the women's tag teams interfere in this match, and then they say, you know what? We'll give you a title shot at WrestleMania. Just
Okay, yeah, could do
hypotheticals,
that.
right? What if the Kabuki
And like I said, there
Warriors,
is also
whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Who knows?
Well, and you still have to worry about the third person from Damage Control too, or third. Well, actually, four. You have EO and you have
Right? What if?
Dakota. They both can get involved.
And it's not even like they have to get in the ring to disturb the match.
Yeah, just
Just
distract.
have them show up. You know, just stand at the top of the ramp or have them
Mhm.
stand outside the ring and just distract. Or
Yeah.
Chris, thank
So
you, Chris Best. What if this lady shows up? What if
yeah, Bailey could
Bailey
show up
shows
too.
up?
Yeah, the costume. Yeah, that that would
What if?
that's a good thing.
Right?
Saying, hey, I brought you guys into this thing. I'll make sure you lose the
You
belts, and then I'm going to
the
take
belt.
EO's belt, and you guys won't have
And then
nothing.
exactly. What if? There's so many what ifs because we're in WrestleMania season right now that it hurts. It literally hurts. Because we could go for hours on the what ifs. But I think it's going to be a good match. Um, like I said, I'm not a
Yes,
big
I think it'll be a good
Baszler
match.
Starks fan. I'm really not. But credit due where credit is due. These women can wrestle. And the
Yeah,
Kabuki Warriors, we
and
know
they
they can
bring up a
wrestle.
tough persona.
The other two, yeah, they do. They really do. Um, I personally would not want to meet either one of them in a dark alley and have them pissed off at me. Bubba ain't
Correct.
making it out alive. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't gonna happen. Number one, I can't hit a girl. Number two, she'll snap me in half, bruh. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go, and she's just gonna go,
Yep.
"You're dead. You dead. Thanks for showing up." Um, now the big match of the night, the huge match of the night, is the 6-man. What is it? Gauntlet match. Okay, I have a funny feeling,
Yes.
and I've been doing some research on something. Some said person is rumored to be in the building, or at least in the area.
Yep. That's what I've heard. I've heard it
And
too. I've heard that some certain person is in the city
yes,
of Raw
yes.
that has
And
just
that said
recently
person
been.
was supposed to be off the roster, was not on the website, and I heard rumor of he's in there. So I was like, nah, bullshit. He ain't there. He's not even anywhere near this because the stuff that's going on. Bro, Brock Lesnar is WWE. He is on the website. He is in the roster and is yeah, and Suplex City. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we're gonna see Suplex City tonight. I my mind's blown.
Like I said, it's it
No,
is possible. I mean,
he
like
was
I said,
actually off the website, Mr. Best,
we thought it was
for
a
a
done
day.
deal. He was
Yeah,
actually going to miss this Mania because of the
yeah.
accusations on him. Apparently,
Accusations. Yeah.
things have been cleared up enough that he is. Apparently,
Yeah.
things have been cleared up enough that he is no longer on the front of it and on the back end of it, and um,
Yep.
enough to where WWE is comfortable of having him on the roster.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and
So
that is good news. Um,
my does this now become a surprise seventh entry into this match now? Like, are we going there? Like, can we say speculation? Obviously, because we don't know. It's not been said 100%.
yeah,
Yes, this is going down. Could this be a surprise for us tonight on Raw, where Brock Lesnar comes in and just annihilates and takes his spot? Like, do you see that?
it could. I mean, he's a draw. I mean, like him or love him, he draws a crowd
Oh shit, yeah.
anytime he's in a match. And we've been talking it for years now. Ever since Gunther has had the IC belt and getting, just going through people.
Yep.
There's always been talks having. Even last year they wanted to have Gunther face Lesnar, and they teased it at last year's Royal Rumble, not this
Yes, they
year's,
did. Yeah, the year before.
but
Yep.
last year's, or was it this year's?
Nope.
I'm not sure exactly sure. I think because Lesnar was at the Royal Rumble, wasn't he?
He was supposed to be at the Rumble, but because of the bullshit,
Oh, I
his
don't think they
spot
had
got
him yet.
pulled.
Oh yeah,
Then they put
they
in
switched him
Bron
out
Breakker.
because of these accusations.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there. That was this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct. But regardless,
So they teased it the year before,
yeah.
and people would die to see this match with Gunther and Brock Lesnar for the
But how
IC
do you
belt.
do this though? Like,
And
does Brock come in as the heel and now Gunther's the baby face, or do we see good old Cowboy Brock come in and just do Cowboy Brock, and he's not a baby face and he's not a heel?
well, you're always going to have some people that cheer for Lesnar, and you're gonna. It's kind of like the Cena. People will boo and cheer.
Yeah,
He's kind of like one of those people that when he's bad, and people. Like I said, I guess it all depends on who he destroys. If he comes in during this gauntlet match and destroys Sami Zayn or Gable, where those are still two fan favorites that would like to see them face Gunther, and he comes in and just destroys them, people will not be happy with that because they'll be like, oh, they're squashing Sammy and Gable, and they work so hard to which is true. I would love to see Gable face Gunther again and get his flowers. Sammy's had his. It'd be a good match, but I would like to see Gable get a good singles run.
That would be cool to start it that way.
Lesnar,
here's Chris answering our question.
it would be so cool to see it almost end.
Right. So there's
he hugged Cody last time we seen him.
But with everything going on,
I think if he comes in during that, like,
go ahead.
If the last two are in the gauntlet are Sammy and Gable, and Brock Lesnar comes out and just destroys them right when either one or the other is about ready to win,
they're like this close.
People are going to get mad and then figure out what is going on. Like, it'll end in no contest like thing. Like, no one's going to win because both of them will be stretchered out.
Right.
And then it'll be up to Adam Pearce to go, what do I do now? And then Brock will have something to say.
Yeah.
And like I said, I feel if he shows up tonight, it has to happen tonight or none.
Yeah.
It'll be Lesnar versus Gunther. That's just, but if not, if Lesnar's not a part of it, this is just all
hype,
just a ploy, and we have it. I would like to see Gable go.
I don't know, because we're all forgetting about kind of the dark horse of this whole thing in Bronson Reed. The big man, can't forget the big man is out for blood right now. He wants that title. So I'm thinking, if Brock Lesnar comes in, that's the guy he's got to destroy. Destroy the big dude.
Yeah.
And take your spot. Like, forcefully take it. Like, you just come in, annihilate that guy. Completely.
Can you imagine him picking up Bronson Reed for the F5?
Whatever he's got to do. That's the guy
he
needs to destroy.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, if Brock Lesnar comes back tonight, he's coming back pissed. Because things were said about him that weren't true. Right? It was proven not to be true. Hence why he's back on the roster, blah, 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 whatever. I think if he comes back pissed, annihilates that big dude, throws him, that curveball. Give me 1 second. We have a run. Oh, never mind. He went into the wrong one, probably. But he needs to annihilate the big dude. That would impress me, and that would make me be like, yeah, he's back. He wants that title, and he means business. If you come in and annihilate two small guys, it's like you're just kind of wasting the Brock Lesnar character, that the beast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And is he allowed to challenge for the what is it, the undisputed WWE title that Roman Reigns is holding, or is that he's not allowed challenging for that anymore? I can't remember.
Lesnar?
Yeah, Lesnar. I don't think Lesnar's allowed challenging for that title right now. I don't know how that works. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't think
regardless,
so.
if he goes to the IC title, okay, and that's his stepping stone to get to, hey, I want your title, dude. I'm sold on it. I'm not a Brock Lesnar guy. I never really was, but when he came out as Cowboy Brock Lesnar and was having more fun and more interaction with the fans, it grew on me. I was like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I can get used to this Brock Lesnar. He's not a total dick. Like he understands these people. That's his paycheck. These people. Let's let him interact a
Yeah.
little bit more.
And like I said, this is a stepping stone for Gunther. I don't want
Yes.
him, but when it comes down to, I mean, they have two choices with Gunther: have Gunther lose the belt
Yes.
and go on to go into the main event picture of the World Championship,
Yeah, because he wants
or
that title too.
him beat Brock to be dominant IC champ. But how far do you go before maybe he beats Brock because
Yeah.
it establishes him as like a dominant force, and then Backlash or
But he's
something,
not.
we go back to Gable or Sami Zayn facing um, Gunther and getting the belt off of him. One of the regulars.
They throw you a curveball here. What if is it JP Dunham, the gentleman that's part of the Judgment Day? What's his name? Is that
Yeah,
JP
JD
Dunham?
McDonough,
JD McDonough. Okay. What if he just
JD.
comes out of nowhere and is like, "Yeah, I get the title shot now." Wouldn't that throw a freaking curveball in everybody's plan?
And
Because
it could
nobody,
possible happen. I think they're going to go through the Judgment Day.
I think so. But you got to think, okay, so we got, just so everybody
I don't
knows,
know. Like I said,
the six men we have is Ricochet, Dunham, or however you say his name, the guy from Judgment Day, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable. Or Gable.
there's a
Those
lot
are
of
the six
people on there,
guys.
man. I wouldn't mind
That's
seeing 1-on-1. Well, besides Ricochet's already had his shot. JD hasn't.
right.
Sammy hasn't.
No,
Shinsuke hasn't.
not for the IC title.
Gable has, but people want more of it.
Because it was it looked
Um,
like a legit match. It wasn't a squash match.
and Reed is
Bronson
Ivar in
Reed.
it?
No. No, Ivar got beat
Or is
by
okay? So it's just Bronson Reed.
Sami Zayn, I think, or he wasn't even in the picture really. But
Okay, so
Bronson Reed is
same.
the biggest dude. He's gonna get picked on, I think,
Yes,
to be honest.
I think they're going to start with Reed in the ring. I think he'll be
I would.
first one start, or it'll be Sammy. I don't know.
You, you know, to be really funny is
I don't know
you
how they're
get
drawing for it.
JD and Ricochet start, and then Shinsuke comes in, Chad comes in, and then Sammy, and then Bronson comes in last. That would just be because if you're gonna set up the Brock Lesnar thing, Bronson's got to come in like near the end, kind of clean house a bit, and then have him and one other guy, and
Hmm.
then either the music hits or he jumps the barrier and just jumps in the ring and starts annihilating the two guys that are in there. I would just have him jump the barrier, to be honest. Don't even have his music hit. Just have him jump the barrier, full tilt run, jump that barrier, jump into the ring, and just annihilate the big dude. Completely take him to Suplex City,
It'll be interesting. It's going to be a good
F5
roll.
his ass something. It's either way. It doesn't matter how it goes down. It's going to be a hell of a match because everyone in this match deserves to be where they're at right at this moment. Now, Bronson Reed, we didn't really have a build up with him. He just kind of came in last Monday, annihilated the dudes that were all in this match, and a couple extra, and was like, "It's my time. I'm done playing games. I'm done being passed over. I'm done. It's my time. I'm taking it, whether you like it or not." Basically, is kind of how it went down. Which,
Yeah.
for me, not a problem. I love it. Okay, so the 6 men,
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
are you picking flat out to just win it without
from the
the
6
beast
men,
jumping in?
I have to go with my man Gable. I want to see him complete his story.
Yeah, that's funny how you put that. Yeah,
But like,
I'm gonna pick the curveball. I'm going with the guy from Judgment Day to kind of, I don't want to say pull it out of his ass, but it's pretty well what he's gonna have to do because he's one of the smaller guys in this match, and I think he might pull just out of the blue for that curveball effect. The little dude ends up winning somehow. Whether he just kind of slides out and lets everybody fight and then slide in at the last minute, get the pin. I don't care how he does it, but that's my guy. I'm picking him to win this.
well, it's a
hands down.
gauntlet. It doesn't work that way. It's a gauntlet.
that's
it's not
right
a
too.
6 man.
That's right too. It's all
It's 1-on-1.
okay.
One guy goes out, pins.
Another guy
Next guy comes
right?
out.
I forgot about that. Well, regardless, I'm going for the curveball.
It's a gauntlet.
Somehow he's going to pull
It's
it
not
off.
he can't hide. He has to pin everybody.
I forgot about that
or
one,
submit
but I'm
him.
going to pick him just because nobody seems to be paying attention to him. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't seem to be on anyone's radar. So I'm going to pick him. Now, honestly, it's probably going to be the big dude that ends up pulling something out, but Judgment Day to be hopefully because they're going after gold. They even legitimately said we want more gold on our team, and we're starting with that title. Now, whether he slides in there, gets the match with Gunther, gets Gunther wore down, and then in comes, with the briefcase and wins it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm just going.
It'd be the first time the briefcase had been used on the IC belt.
Is it allowed to be used on the IC title, or is it just the two big titles?
Yeah, it can be used on any singles title because Austin Theory got, heat from the fans because he tried to cash in on the US title last year.
I remember that now. Regardless, it's
and people were complaining like, why is he wasting it on the US title? And I think at the time Rollins had it.
Yeah. He just wanted to beat Seth Rollins.
So he didn't win. Did he win? I think he won the title with the cash in, or maybe he didn't. But regardless, he cashed in there. So no one's ever cashed in on the IC title yet. So this would be a first.
Regardless, if it happens this way, good for them. Hopefully it works. Good luck. That's all I can say.
Like I said, we're going to see some more matches.
There's going to be more matches tonight. Those are just the three major ones that we wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Because we really don't need to cover
There'll be more matches. Hopefully more build up for more matches for Mania.
Yes. I would be tickled pink, like you said, to have Brock Lesnar show up tonight, just out of the blue. It would be epic. But what are we going to do, right? I mean, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yep.
This is what makes WrestleMania time the best. Is there's going to be lots of speculation. There's going to be lots of, oh, I heard. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Bah, 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 bah. The whispering and whatnot.
Yep.
This has been in the last couple years for me, the most interested I've been in on the build up to WrestleMania. Literally, the years before, I was like, whatever, we already know what movies are, we already know what's going on, blah blah blah. You know, everything was already laid out like months before. Nothing's really set in stone right now with Trips doing his first
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Nothing has been laid in
Yeah,
stone
there's
other
not too
than
many
literally
matches
like a couple
booked
matches.
yet. I mean, we have the main events. We have the main events.
Yeah.
We have a couple women's matches, but we don't really have anything for the U.S. We're not find
No.
out about the IC tonight.
Yep.
We don't really have any grudge matches happening yet.
Again, that could be the Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. There's a grudge
Well,
match
besides
right
AJ
there.
and I guess we do have AJ and LA Knight.
Yes.
And then Randy Orton and Logan Paul, most likely.
Can't wait for that
one. But they still have a lot of time, unless he's doing what he did last year and not overbook
booking.
WrestleMania. Less matches, each match gets a lot of time,
which I wouldn't complain about, because then that gives the talent.
And that's what he did last time.
Talent, right? It gives them the time to do their
Yeah,
thing.
because I think last time yeah. And that's what he was saying. He was less is more.
Yes. 100%.
I think we might only see maybe 4 or 5 matches per night.
Now, would you be upset about that?
But they will be long matches. No. They'll probably do a match during pre-show too. So I mean, we'll have 6 matches total, most likely.
Yeah. So that's probably where you'll see the US title or some stupid thing like that. Or a grudge match or something like that.
I'm excited for that. I mean,
yeah. So the other thing I want to cover real quick, it's not wrestling related, but it kind of is, because his brother is a wrestler and does have the US title. What do you think about this match with the world's craziest man in the ring, Mike Tyson, and what is it? What's his brother's name? Paul something. What is
Jake
it?
Paul?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. What's your thoughts on that real quick before we take off?
I want to see it. A lot of people think that Tyson's going to sell out to make money. I don't know. I don't think so. I think all of them. I mean, I try to not think that everything is rigged.
Right.
You know, people thought it was rigged with him and Jake Paul and Mayweather.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I thought Mayweather did great and whatever. I mean, who knows? I don't know how it all works. Will people be happy if Tyson wins? I mean, then they can keep the people from saying, "Oh, it's been rigged. He's going to lose to Jake Paul because of money." I mean, but you got to think, Jake Paul is fighting all these guys that are super old. Yes, they're not in their prime anymore.
Neither.
I'm hoping Tyson comes out and actually shows up and, you know, just goes crazy.
From some of the, I'll call them vignettes that I've seen on Instagram and all that, Tyson is pretty pissed because Jake Paul's been saying some pretty bad stuff about him, just calling him an old fart. He's just really bashing Tyson and really getting you know, that knife in his back. And Tyson has said,
I think Tyson's a no nonsense type of guy.
Exactly. He said, you don't want this guy to show up in the ring. You don't want that guy to show up in the ring because he'll kill you. From the minute the bell rings, Tyson says, from the minute that bell rings, I'm nothing but business, and all I think about is killing my opponent. That's legit.
Like
he says every match he's
on Netflix. That's going to be amazing.
It's on Netflix, yes. So I'm going to be watching it, and I might do a show. But I have a feeling
you might not. Like I said,
my theory is if Tyson loses, he got paid off. He got paid to take a dive. I don't see him purposely doing that. Again, if it's not a clean hit and he takes the dive, then yeah, it's Tyson taking a dive if it's not a clean hit. But if the kid gets a clean hit and Tyson goes down, and it's legit a clean hit, and Tyson says, "Listen, you know that kid actually won that match because he got me and got me good," I'll believe it. Because Tyson's never lied
Yeah.
about that kind of shit ever.
Yeah.
You know.
'Cause
Any last
Jake Paul
words
hasn't
before we
lost yet, I
go?
don't think. I
Pardon
think
me?
he's still. Like I said, I don't think he's lost, but yeah, I don't have any last words. Just like I said, it's been great catching up with everybody. You can at the bottom of the screen here. Here, let me see my finger. There it is. There it
Where am
is.
I?
Down here, you can see my TikTok and
At the bottom.
YouTube.
Yep.
Check me out. You can rewatch this if you miss it.
On your
Any
YouTube,
of it. Comment on it. I will respond back to you. Would love to hear your thoughts, and we can share your thoughts
Definitely.
for the next show. And like I said, gonna have some more content for WB 2K24 once I figure out how not to get copyright striked on YouTube. There's a lot of things you can't show. A lot of things you can't do. So I know most of it, and I'm playing most of it not on stream just because I want to enjoy it. But once we get to showing, I want to do simulations and stuff. I think that's going to be pretty great, and get people's reactions of what could possibly happen at WrestleMania. So
nice.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Bubba Duke? What do you got
Everybody
going
can
on?
catch me on the YouTubes at Bubba OMD. That's a capital on OM and D. And you can catch me over on Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. And my Facebook, I don't have it up here yet, but I'm going to put it up, is Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke as well on Facebook. It's a group. Check it out. Hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. And we are out, my friend. I'm going to have to get us out of here quick, because they're going to be starting the Raw watch along over there in 2 seconds.
No problem.
Have a good night, everybody.
And I will